Another Vanguard mirror. Another Vanguard mirror. How do I make towers? Requires a barracks. So you could try to do like an early rush. Now I'll actually do a tower rush, guys. I have not done it yet. Now I'll do it. How much does it cost? 100. 100 luminite. Okay, let's send already. 30 cheeser? Yes, sir. He should know about it. He sees everything. I forgot to use my doggy. He sees everything. Remember, always be polite when you're tower rushing and distract them with talking. This better not be some pro.
Yes? It's going up. How can I help? You're directed. Moving out.
GOHF is a cheeser? Yeah. I think I cancelled this, Bob.
Awaiting further instructions. Still here. Constructing.
Not enough luminite. Our forces are under attack.
Plotting course. Coordinates locked.
Oh, he has a Lancer already.
Still here. Move order received. At your disposal. Move order received. Constructing. At your disposal. Coordinates locked. Plotting course. Still here. Coordinates locked. It's going up. Plotting course. Reflected. Transiting now. How can I
Our
help?
base is under attack.
Following.
It died.
Our
How can I
forces
help?
are under attack.
Relocation commencing. Ready.
Everyone needs to experience a tower rush. Sometimes. I was trying to do a surround if he stood still, but he wouldn't.
Relocation commencing. Ready. Coordinates locked.
Should have made Vanguards repairable if you wanted to stop this. Feels good, man. Early RTS. Early RTS shenanigans. So, before I did this game, people were like, I'm not sure there's enough skill expression in the game. Do you feel like this changes your mind a bit? Because it can feel so wavy and meaningless when everyone's doing their build order without any sense of timing. But you always need to explore RTS from a sense of rushes, because that creates a sense of urgency that makes it real. This game felt a lot different. Yeah. I think if you do like a bad build order without any idea of what you're doing, and you're just kind of waiting for one building to finish and then the next, and you're reading text, of course it is going to feel skillless, because it was. I think it starts from rushing and then defending those rushes. Then you learn to rush, then they defend. Then you understand why you go to a certain endpoint or middle point, because now you know every step you did was to avoid getting rushed. Now you deserve your survival and you deserve your mid game. That's the beauty of an RTS. Hey, he's still attacking when he left the game. How do I eject? This will be a lot better with heroes, no? Well, there's a bunch of RTS without heroes. StarCraft 1, StarCraft 2, Age of Empires 2, and Age of Empires 4. But Age of Empires 4 is actually an interesting test subject, study subject, because in a way, Age of Empires 4 added heroes to the game by having the Mongols with the Khan. This was true since release of the game. This Khan levels up every time you upgrade your main base. 4 ages. You have like H1, H2, H3, H4. You've got the Dark Ages, the Feudal Age, Castle Age, and Imperial Age. And every time the Khan upgrades and becomes stronger. But it's not based on getting kills in AoE 4 that he upgrades. It's based on those ages. Then with the recent DLC that came out for Age of Empires 4, they added a variant on the French, which is called Jeanne d'Arc or Jeanne of Arc. And it's essentially a new race, but it is built within the it is built within the base template of the French, and they change a whole bunch of things, and then they give you Jeanne d'Arc, who is some famous woman from the past, and you can play her, and she actually levels up from deeds that you do. Namely, you can kill units, or you can do quests, or you can build certain things, and she levels up, and then she gets stronger as well. I find that a lot of the imbalance in power between races comes from her having a hero and then others don't. I saw like people on Reddit complain about it or whatever. I didn't play at high level anymore for AoE 4 when this Civ came out, so I can't really say how popular it has been to have Jeanne d'Arc be a part of the fight, but I see at least the noobs on Reddit complain about it. And so the question is, are RTS always better with heroes? I gave a strong advice for there to be heroes in Stormgate when they asked a few years ago, because I think people think heroes are fun, and I find heroes fun. Nonetheless, I enjoyed AoE 4 and StarCraft 1 and 2 without heroes, so I think there's pros and cons. But I find the creeping feel a little strange without heroes. Vanguard has veterancy, which they can get from creeps. Creeps also have their own power that they give. For instance, by the way, funny, if you zoom into the game, you cannot go to the edge of the map. That can't be right. Zooming in is supposed to be able to zoom in on any part of the map, and there should be a black border where you can't actually go to. Like, there should be a black border here that you look at. It's not part of the map, but it's there so that if you zoom in, you can still see the edge of the map. You can't see the edge of the map. But I get distracted. I digress. Speed camp has its own benefit. You get speed. Resource camp, you get resource. Health, you get health. But I don't feel like they're interesting or compelling enough in their current form to justify existing. Also because you don't get XP, items, and gold like in Warcraft. Thanks for the in-depth answer. No problem. Yeah, there's many other RTS with veterancy apparently. The Infernals actually don't have veterancy, but they can use the Gaunt or other forms of infestation. Gaunt applies infestation to get a little Zergling-like type of creature called the Fiend anytime you kill a unit. So while you don't get veterancy, so long as you use a Gaunt or a spell or another unit that can infest, you get free units, free tier 1 units out of killing creeps. Velociraptor. Ah, yes. Thoughtful girl. Get it? Clever girl, thoughtful. Alright, alright, alright.
Bot activated.
What do you mean, boo?
Directed.
Yay. Oh, I forgot about my dog again. You know what? They should put the dog on patrol at the start of the game so that you see it.
How can I help? Accurate disposal.
They have meat farms that produce defensive units, so I don't feel like it's gonna be very easy to rush them. Oh look, he has like a wall off here. Oh, is that how it is? Conclave, is that? I'm trying to think if Conclave is the
How
one
can I help?
that makes the brutes, or if it's the one that makes
Ready.
the Gaunts.
Not enough luminite.
Ah, smart.
Not enough luminite.
Just build with the one that's being attacked. Build the problems away.
Reporting for work.
Wow, I think Infernal players are gonna love it to constantly get harassed by a dog. Actually reminds me of walking my dog. Some people don't like dogs, and you see that they like cross the street before they meet you, so that they don't have to have an interaction, even though I've got good control of my dog. So they cross the street in advance to avoid the interaction, kind of like how some of you are with people. And then I crossed the street too, pretending that I also had to be on the other side.
Our forces are under attack.
Moving out.
Let's go for triple expand.
Going up.
Bullying strangers? No, I'm just joking. Oh, he was veteran.
Coordinates locked.
How do I make the refinery?
Ready to work.
A scrapyard requires tier 2. Oh, okay.
Ready. You're directed.
This SCV was so stupid that he wouldn't get to work by himself. He was stuck here and stayed there. So that's -1 for pathfinding. Oh my god, he's rushing me. I'm dead. I have triple expand. Oh, it was gonna happen someday.
Coordinates locked.
Our base is under
Going
attack.
up.
Does he even have an expansion?
Confirmed.
Or was it all just a ruse?
Plotting course. You're directed. Still here.
Okay, triple expand, no scout, and I'm assuming he didn't even have an expansion. Do you know about the healing flowers you can pick up on this map? No. Didn't you see 2 times barracks? Well, I saw... By the way, is the UI and the observer overlay quite working? Because I don't see anything. No UI. Okay, that sucks. Because so I don't even know what these are. So I see 1 barracks here. He's saving his units on the side. No, it's just the 1 base all in. 1 base all in. Well, 1.5 base. 1.5 base all in. And it's not even efficient because he's over mining on his main. That's how easy it was. Fair enough, sir. You just got fiends from creeping. Oh, yes. So now we get to see plan just enough to stop a rush now. Exactly. I'm gonna do a triple expand again. This is the evolution, right, of games? This is... Now I'm gonna do a triple expand again, but try to make enough to stop a rush. And to have my eyes open to see it coming. Have you tried full late game with all the tech? Not yet. I feel like it's weird to go there without first rushing everybody. Because you won't know how to defend against rushes. I mean, you can try to guess.
Our forces are under attack.
Ready. Ready. How can I help?
Our forces are under
Transiting
attack.
now. Confirmed. Moving down.
Not
Time
enough
instructing.
fluid.
Oh, I lost my dog. No, I didn't.
Not enough fluid. Our forces are under attack.
How can I help?
Here, again, I think there was one worker not working because he got stuck. Okay, he's got a lancer that kind of stops this. I don't see him expanding.
How can I help? Move order received.
Our forces are under
Still
attack.
here.
Maybe no triple expand.
Structure.
Because I see lances already, so it doesn't make sense. And he already doesn't have another base. And I do.
Transiting now. Awaiting further
Two doggies.
Robot engaged. Weapons ready. At your disposal. Reporting for work. Transiting now.
Our forces are under
Going
attack.
up. Still here.
Wait, repairing is an upgrade?
You're directed.
Our forces are under attack.
Dog rush seems legit, yeah.
Awaiting further instructions.
He got surrounded.
Still here. Target acquired. Reporting for work. Yes? Not instructing. At your disposal.
Our forces are under attack.
Ready. Robot engaged. How can I help?
Our forces are under attack. Our base is under attack.
Alrighty. Placing structure. Yes? Relocation commencing. Awaiting further instructions.
He gave up on microing them.
Plotting course. At your disposal. Transiting now.
How do you unload? Is there a button for unloading? I don't know. Wait. Not everything can pass.
Yes? How can I help?
Really? Okay. Only lancers can pass. You can salvage buildings. Really? How? Oh, okay.
Your directive.
Invalid
Still here.
location.
Bot activated.
Ready for war. Relocate.
Ready. Your directive. At your disposal.
Invalid location.
A little harass.
I long for combat. Let's do this.
He's taking the resource camps. He must have some kind of upgrade.
Time is wasted.
Maybe we don't harass.
Soul is ready.
We defend.
Call it. Orders. Ready or not. Let's do this.
I'm here to assist. Reporting for work.
Biokinetics lab.
Awaiting further instructions.
Sentry post, mech bay, hedgehog. Can make a mech bay.
My soul is ready.
Someone's inside here. Oh, unload is X.
Reporting for work. Your directive.
Our forces are under attack.
Scrapyard.
Awaiting
Invalid
further
location.
instructions.
Who shall I strike? Ready. Moving up.
Unable to build there.
It's going up.
It's go time. Ready. My soul is
Dogs don't seem very strong.
ready.
Medic reporting.
Our forces are under attack.
Reporting for work.
I'm here.
I'm here to assist. How
Our
can I help?
forces are under attack.
Time to save lives.
Are they? Oh, so the drone can be killed. I see.
Killing time.
Time to save
Our
lives.
forces are under attack.
Where? Oh, here. Okay. I need to find out what lost transmission is.
Fear is for the enemy.
Not enough luminite.
Vulcan.
Our forces are under attack.
Bot activated.
Luminite.
I'm up. Heading there.
Bot activated.
G'day.
Good day.
Take the fight.
Boot up complete.
Insufficient supply.
Gun instructed. Still here. Boot up complete.
Insufficient supply.
How can I help? Sure. How can I help? Move order received.
Not
How
enough
can I help?
luminite.
Moving out. Bot activated.
On the tail.
Can I walk into those speed camps? I don't know. What's this? Raider mech uses and recharges ammo. Can deploy to become anti-air. I see.
It's all right to try.
Our forces
Where am
are
I
under
needed?
attack. Enough luminite.
I'm here to assist.
It looks like I am using.
Okay. Okay.
Time to save lives.
I'm mining too much.
Where am I needed? I'll build him right out.
Too much therium,
Not enough.
which I'm not using.
I'm so ready.
Not enough luminite.
Reporting for work.
I guess Falcons use them.
Awaiting further instructions. Gun instructing.
Our forces are under attack.
Where am I needed?
I'm listening.
Insufficient supply.
At your disposal. Gun instructing.
On the double. Take the fight to him. It's fight time.
Hedgehogs are fun to micro. Nice.
At your disposal.
Our base is under attack. Not enough luminite.
How can I help? How can I help? How can I help?
Desperate counterattack.
Our forces are under attack.
GG. So when you put an SCV in, it becomes an auto repair turret. Repair-o-matic. So it's kind of like a shield battery then.
Our forces are under
Time to
attack.
stay alive.
Yeah, he didn't have much.
I'll get after him.
I've got Vulcans that do more damage the longer they attack.
What do you reckon?
Our forces
Okay.
are under attack.
What's up?
You know, the bear,
They'll never see this
the skeleton of expanding, making unit production and making units and then fighting with them, it's pretty much there.
Our forces are under attack.
Time to kill is by design shorter than StarCraft.
Ready for combat.
I think there's some potential, right?
How can I help?
Our forces are under attack.
G'day. They'll never see this coming. G'day. Won't they be surprised?
I guess it just doesn't make sense to me that the highest caliber of player isn't going to be using heroes while the casual gamer is. What's the thought process there? I get that it can be done, don't get why it's done. I can offer a little bit of insight there. Heroes are seen as a potentially problematic design niche. So what are heroes in the end? They're a power fantasy. They're something that scales and grows in strength the more you kill. And so think of it as, you know that game, do you know that like the little board game that you can play at home? I think it's called Ships or something, Battleships, where you both place 5 ships and then you shoot cannons at the opponent. Is it called Battleships? You just aim in random places and then, yeah, Battleship. Okay, remind me, if you sink an enemy battleship, do they get fewer shots on you? You do, right?
Time to save lives.
You get fewer shots.
Won't they be?
I believe that's the rules. No? The same shots. Okay.
Look out.
Okay. They don't. So if they did, it'd be a bit more like how it is with heroes, where every time you win a battle, the next one becomes easier. And so that leads to a snowball. Heroes can lead to a snowball effect. If we have an even fight and I have level 3 heroes and you have 50 units and I have 50 and I win and I kill 20 and you kill only 2, now I'm level 4 and you're still level 3, so the next fight should be even easier. So you essentially always add some fuel to the fire. In StarCraft or Age of Empires, if you have a good trade and you kill more than the opponent, that stands by itself. It remains in isolation, and it then is exacerbated with anything else you do in your economy, like better upgrades, better unit choice, etc., better management. But in games like Warcraft, it always becomes more. So in order to make games not over after a single fight, which I again use the example of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. In Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and every turn-based strategy game that you can play multiplayer, like Heroes of Might and Magic 3, such as Civilization and Age of Wonders, usually the first contact with a real human opponent ends the game. And that is because I wiped your entire strongest force and I leveled 5 times from it. And I stole your items. Right? That's how it works in some of these games. And that then... but the game isn't actually over. The actual win condition is control 80% of the world or destroy the last province the opponent has. And that is a boring thing to play out because you know the result. And in fact, in a multiplayer game, if the result is determined, the game should end either by the game's design of the game itself or because the loser will forfeit out. They will GG and go out. That's how multiplayer games are decided. In Dota 2, the comebacks are so possible that you never need to GG out. Every Dota game is winnable in theory, right? In League of Legends, people feel the snowball is stronger, therefore forfeiting is a thing. Warcraft 3, comebacks are not so easy after you strike a really big victory, but the actual win condition is killing all the buildings, and that's really boring and it takes long and it's slow. That's why forfeiting is a thing. It is the accepted thing. It is the only consideration to be normal in multiplayer games of Warcraft 3. And you would have to be a complete newbie to the game not to know that you should type GG and leave when you've lost your biggest battle. You've lost the battle and you don't have a chance. So the games what I'm trying to establish here, games should end either by forfeiture or by game design. After there's no point of return. And the more snowball mechanics you add, the more comeback mechanics you need to add in order to compensate for it if you want to add those mechanics. So the game developer will have a way of saying, we want the games to be 10 minutes long, 5 minutes long, 2 minutes long. This is a very core game design philosophy, that they will have a vision of how long they want games to be, or at least the range within which they want games to exist. You take a game like League of Legends, games used to take an hour. Right now the average game length is maybe 30 minutes. Dota 2 has gone back and forth on game length. StarCraft 2 games used to be 10 to 20 minutes, maybe 10 to 15. They made it shorter by cutting out the first 6 worker production. So now games can be 4 minutes or 6 minutes or 8 or 10. So everyone has their philosophy of how long games are meant to be. When you have heroes, they are naturally a snowball mechanic. So the only way that heroes can exist in a game is if you add comeback mechanics. So what did Warcraft 3 do to add comeback mechanics? Higher level heroes give more XP. Higher armies suffer from upkeep, less income. Many turn-based strategy games also use this mechanic. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 does not, but Age of Wonders Planetfall, Age of Wonders 4 probably, Civilization, there's an upkeep mechanic in all of these. Units on the map cost gold per turn. And therefore, big armies need to be active and fight. So the comeback mechanic in Warcraft 3 is stay small army, get more money, save up, and then buy more army than the opponent. And Counter-Strike 1.6 has this a bit as well, and it's called the pistol round. If you can't win the current round, you've lost the first round, you can't win the second with a slightly upgraded gun, so you don't buy the gun. You pistol, you basically forfeit the second map so that you can buy a better gun in turn 3, and then you can try it with that. Additionally, in Counter-Strike, you both play as the terrorist and you both play as the counter-terrorist. That's a little bit like Bridge. Like Bridge, the card game, which maybe is a bit too old for some of you, but I'm sure some of you know, where like you swap sides and play it from the other side. Yeah, pistol rounds are still a thing, eco round. And there's a comeback mechanic in Counter-Strike in that even if you get smashed, you could smash them harder from the same side because maybe there's an imbalance. Terrorists have an advantage on this map, so you both play as that round. That's a way to circumvent map asymmetry. So I can tell you that heroes can become a design problem. But I personally like them and I prefer them. But you definitely need to compensate for it, because otherwise the first time we meet in Stormgate, this is obscenely fast. The 10 worker expand in like 2 seconds. That feels really imbalanced to me. You just use Bob Overcharge and you have your expansion in like 5 seconds. It still makes me uneasy. They think it'd be easier to balance units in games without heroes. And if there were 2 modes, I would think the competitive would be the most complex. Right, and you think adding heroes and then also adding comeback mechanics would lead to a better level of complexity that's more interesting for players. I get what you're saying, but then you can't argue that StarCraft 1 and 2 are very interesting, right? Have you ever played Warlords Battlecry? Yeah, I have. It's insane you can use it on an in-building command post. Yeah.